I'm Doug, and this is my story. I caught an edge, and on a wakeboard, when you catch, you should let go. And if you don't, it could potentially pull. And I held too long, and I could feel it pull my back significantly, like a lot of significant pain. And that has lingered and continued to linger. I kind of basically just dealt with it. Sitting was difficult. It was always one-sided, mostly one-sided. So I'd sit in meetings or travel in pain. My activity at that moment went to almost nothing.
It's not that you don't want to help them or go through it with them, but it's just you're suffering too. You're suffering in a different way. You're suffering more emotionally. Obviously, it's not the pain. And just to see your loved one in pain. And yeah.
I've gone to at least 15 surgeons, whether it's ortho or neuro. Some are nicer than others. Some are more helpful than others, but the diagnosis didn't exist. There was no clarity on the diagnosis at all. But when they came in with the needle, to get to the disc and insert into the disc, they actually hit nerves. And I came off the table.
It was so lonely and so dark, and we felt so alone, and you just don't know what's happening. You don't know how it's going to get better.
I could barely walk after that incident. I was on crutches for probably 3 months. That pain was severe and it accelerated my problems. Like, for example, I really had a struggle walking any distance at all. I mean, when I was able to at least walk as my outlet, I couldn't do that anymore.
Tollestrup's name came up, and I started listening to videos, which are very helpful. So I watched tons of them, and I think I got to one of your videos of the superior cluneal, and the lady, I think, explained what she had gone through, and just hit it. I started bawling right away. I just started crying.
And looked at the videos, looked at his diagnosis, looked at the discussions, looked at some of the things that have been produced, and it was absolutely clear this is what we need to do. All three, absolute success, no pain. Like great surgery, great recovery, takes a little bit and you're back rolling. So that's been profoundly successful. I really appreciate the fact that it's been multiple surgeries. I'd rather go in and get what we need to get, and if we need to do more, we'll do more. He's very conservative that way. I can physically go to certain restaurants. I could not even go to the restaurant. The first question wasn't the menu, the view, was I wonder if the chair's gonna be comfortable. So the ability just to get through the basics of life and the ability to walk, those are very simple. They're incredibly profoundly important because they open up. So we now can travel, we can visit. I'm very grateful that we found him. The fact that he's willing to dedicate his life to this, it's life-changing for people. It's physically, but also mentally. I mean, my mind, you just get to a better space because you're not in constant pain. He opens up for patients like myself just a whole world of opportunity with their kids and life. So I always try to make sure that he knows how much we appreciate him.
We know that God gave us the answer, and he gave us that peace, and he brought us to Dr. Tollestrup, which I want to share to other people And I've made it a commitment that I'm going to give his name to whoever I come to. And if they decide to go, fine. But if that's what God calls me to, I want to give back to other people.